You're really riding a wave right now, aren't you?
Well, I'm not sure if it's a wave or a shark.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is these campaigns, they ebb and flow. It's about the long term, and people start voting in February.
Of course, we want to talk about immigration. There was a senator in Alabama that said if we've got a Republican nominee that is for a pathway to citizenship, they should recuse themselves from the race, much like if they support Obamacare. Is that a fair assessment of your position on immigration?
Ultimately, my position on immigration is that we need to do three things. The first thing is we do have to bring illegal immigration under control, and that's the first thing we need to do. And until we do that, nothing else can happen. After we do that, the second step would be to modernize our legal immigration system so that it's more merit-based instead of family-based. And after you've done those two things, you're going to have to realistically deal with the fact that you've got millions of people in this country that are here illegally. If they are criminals, they're deported. If they haven't been here very long, they're deported. But if they've been here 10 years or longer, and they can pass a background check and they're not criminals, and they learn English, and they pay a fine, and they start paying taxes, I'm open to say, all right, let's give them a work permit, and that's all they're going to have for 10 years. That's not a majority position in my party.
Right.
My point is we have to be responsible about this issue that we're facing, but we also have to be realistic. We are not going to round up and deport 500,000 people a month. We're not going to round up and deport 11, 12, 13 million people. So you've got to deal with the problem we have, but we have to make sure this never happens again.
Obamacare, it's pretty entrenched. People who have health insurance, there will be backlash. There will be ramifications if it is repealed. How do you mitigate those problems?
First of all, it's not any more entrenched than the previous system was that Obamacare got rid of and disrupted. That being said, I'm not sure it's entrenched in a positive way. Okay. If you look at what's happening to these co-ops around the country, they're collapsing. If you look at what's happening in the Obamacare exchanges, rates continue to go up. Coverage continues to be restricted. Employees are continuing to be incentivized not to hire more people or to push people onto these exchanges. My argument is, let's scrap the whole thing and let's replace it with a system that allows everybody to control their own health care money. Either a refundable tax credit that you can only spend on health insurance, it's real money that you can have in your hands to buy health insurance, fund a health savings account, or both, or your employer can give you the money. Tax-free, you don't have to pay taxes on that money the way you would now. Either way, you would now control your own health care money, and you would be able to use it to buy health insurance of the kind you decide you want from any company across state lines in America that's willing to sell you a plan. That will trigger a massive amount of private sector competition, better plans at lower prices.